In the past 4 months, I've grown this faceless TikTok page to over 70,000 followers, gained millions of views, and I've done so by creating these viral podcast clip videos. And inside of this video, I'm going to be giving you a full step-by-step tutorial on how to make videos like these for totally free and all using your phone or your laptop. And if you stick around until the end, I'll show you how this video performed and how much it made me with the TikTok creativity program. For this tutorial, I'm actually going to be using my laptop as I believe for YouTube videos it makes for a better watching experience. However, I do actually create most of my videos on this page from my phone. So it's totally possible to do it from your phone, and you can follow along with this tutorial. It's going to be using the same applications and everything's the same. It's just going to be obviously slightly different from your phone. So the first thing we need is to get an editing software. The free editing software that I'm going to be using to create these videos is Capcut. I'll have it linked in the description, that way you guys can go and find it nice and easily. I'm going to be using the application version of Capcut. However, if you are doing this from your laptop or your computer and maybe the hardware isn't the best, meaning that when you try and edit through the app it's a little bit laggy, you can try out using the web version, as I believe this takes some of the strain off of your hardware and should mean that you can edit a lot easier. Now that we have our editing software, the second step is to go and find some clips and some video ideas. So first of all, when it comes to finding viral videos and viral clips to create these sort of pages, I personally create my feeds. What do I mean by this? I just mean basically when you go on the page, make sure you like, comment, interact with all the videos that are going to help you later down the line with video ideas. This is just going to essentially tell TikTok you like these kind of videos, you want to see more of these kind of videos, and they're going to push you more of these kind of videos, which will make finding viral video ideas a whole lot easier. Now when you do find these video ideas or some clips that you think you want to go and recreate for your own page, I personally make sure to save it somewhere so I know there's always somewhere where I can go back to later to find it. Whether that be liking the video, whether that be bookmarking the video, whether it be sending it to myself via DMs, any of these work. You can pick one, whatever one you want. So as you can see over here on my laptop, I do curate all of my stuff and all of my feed from my phone. It's obviously a lot easier. But if you go to my liked videos, you're just going to see is basically a bunch of video ideas and a bunch of clips that is just going to help me to go and create videos and find ideas and stuff. So yeah, as you can see, very curated, loads of video ideas here that I can then go and recreate for my page. Now, when it actually comes to finding a particular clip, so for example, let's say I wanted to find this clip here, luckily I know quite a few of these people, and as you go along, you'll get to learn more people's names and it'll make the process a lot easier. But what you're going to do is you're basically going to try and find the name. If you can't find the name, look in the comments. Some people ask, what's this person's name? What's that person's name? But yeah, luckily for me, for this video, I know that this is in fact Tim Grover. So what I'm then going to go and do is I'm going to go over to YouTube and I'm going to search up Tim Grover podcast. I actually know that he is in this episode on the Diary of a CEO, because I know that because of a set, because I listen to these podcasts, but even though I didn't know that, it's literally the second one to come up, as you can see here. Another really important thing to note when trying to find these clips is to memorize what the person is wearing, memorize what the set looks like. That way you can make sure you find the right episode of the podcast and that you can then essentially go and find the right clip. So once you've found your clip and you've found the right podcast, this is clearly the right podcast, we're in the same suit, same sort of background, and as you can see, basically it's going to same video. So I'm then just going to go ahead and press there, share, copy link. I'm then going to go and take this link into a website called YouTube Transcript. Once again, all of these will be linked in the description to make your life nice and easy. I'm just going to then paste my link into here, and bam, it is up on YouTube Transcript. So YouTube Transcript is basically going to allow me to search for the exact things that he is saying inside the clip that I want. So I don't have to go and watch the whole podcast, I can just search up for the bit that I want. So for example, if I go back over to TikTok now, I can go and play this clip, listen out for what he's saying, and then I will basically take some of those words, type them into YouTube Transcript, and it's going to show me where those words have been said in the podcast, so I can skip to the exact point, which is then going to make getting the clip a whole lot easier. Okay, so I've just gone and had a listen to it, and the first thing he sort of says, or in that particular clip, is driven individuals. So driven, there you go. I always say this, the most driven individuals. Bam, I'll just go and press this. Now I can see, as you can tell, it is at 43 minutes and 38 seconds. This is where the clip is going to be. So what I will then do is I'll go over to my phone and I will then screen record this clip. You can also do this from your laptop. I tend to do it from my phone. I find it a little bit easier. But once again, you can use some softwares to screen record your laptop and do it that way. It's totally up to you, whatever way works. However, if you are going to screen record it, make sure that when the video is playing, it is in the highest quality possible. So that way when you go and upload your video, it is nice and high quality. So before I started recording this tutorial, I actually went ahead and started finding all the clips that I wanted to go and create the video that I'm going to create in this tutorial to go and save time. I also do have a growth pack available for this sort of niche. So if you are wanting to start a page in this niche, I'll leave this linked in the description. You can go and check it out. It's got a full mobile editing tutorial in it. It also has a clip pack, which has all the clips from the videos I create in it to make it nice and easy for you guys once again to go and find these clips. And then it also has some background sounds. So these are just the best background sounds for this niche that do quite well with videos, and they tend to go viral quite often. So like I said, if you do want access to this, it will save you a lot of time, and it'll be linked in the description, and you can go and get started creating videos straight away without having to find loads of clips for yourself. Now as for step number 3, you're going to want to go over to your editing software, which is of course Capcut, press create a new project, and then we're just going to go and upload the clips that we have screen recorded and downloaded and import them into Capcut. So I'm going to do that nice and quick. Okay, perfect. So now my clips are actually in Capcut. What I'm going to want to go ahead and do is I'm going to want to cut out some of the fluff, because there will be some fluff in some of these clips, whether that's just at the start or the end, or even sometimes in the middle. They'll go on a bit of a tangent. Like I say, these are podcast clips. They might be talking about a story, and you might have to cut certain bits out to make it more direct to your viewer, which is going to keep them watching for longer. So in this step, you're just going to cut all of that out. However, before you go ahead and do that, what I'm going to want you to do is you are going to go ahead and make this into a TikTok aspect ratio, as right now you can see is like this. We don't want it like this. We want it to be 9:16, which is what TikTok videos are. And then we're just going to bring all the clips to a certain size. That's going to make them sort of the black at the top and the bottom, as this is how I do my videos. If you want to do it full screen, you can, but I'm just going to make them all the similar sort of size. So that is 198%. So we're just going to go in here, type in 198%, and then all of them will be the same size. Perfect. So as you can see, now if I go and scroll through, all of them are the same size. So now when we go and chop it up, it just makes it a lot easier, as we don't have to do it for multiple clips. Now the final thing you are going to want to do in this step is you are going to want to make sure that you put the clips in the right order. So the most important thing with these type of pages is to have the first clip as the best clip. So you want the one that is the most hard hitting, that is going to hook people in the most, as this is obviously going to lead to them watching more of the video, getting you more views, making you more money. So for this video, I've got a lot of really good clips, which is going to make it hard to choose which one to put first. Right now I'm kind of torn between mainly 1, 2, or one of these 3. So yeah, I'm just going to go and have a listen, see which one I think will work best as the first clip. Okay, right, so I've decided to go ahead and put this clip at the start. The reason for this, so you can have a bit of my thought process behind this might end up being the wrong decision. I guess we'll find out at the end of the video, depending on how it performs. But the reason I did go ahead and choose this is because I do quite like the hook. Alex Hamosi here is saying champions are broken, which straight away sort of hooks you in, because you're a little bit confused as to why you're saying that, and it is a bit of a bold statement in a way. So that is why I've gone for this one. But yeah, like I say, another reason is because I have seen this clip already being used a lot, which means people might go on my page, be like, oh, I've already seen this, go off it. Once again, same with this one, I've seen this clip be used a lot. However, sometimes that's not a bad thing, because it shows that that clip is proven to do well. So yeah, but I'm going to do something different. I'm going to experiment with this one, and I guess we'll find out at the end of the video how this actually turns out for me. Okay, so now as to show you me cutting out some of the fluff, for example, this clip of Andy Frisella.
Look, here's a fundamental reality of driven human beings.
That bit at the start I didn't really need. I just want to hit him from driven human beings. So this is an example of me cutting out some of the fluff. So let's go and find that again.
Driven human beings.
Okay, so as you can see, just cut it out.
Driven human beings.
And now it's just from driven human beings. So I'm going to go and cut out all the fluff of these, put them in an order that I think is the most suitable, and will hopefully make the video perform the best, and I'll be back with you guys. Okay, perfect. So now as you can see, I've cut out all of the fluff with these clips. I've then also gone and put them in an order that I think works quite well and should make the video do quite well. So then step number 4 is going to be to go and add an adjustment layer. This is a really easy step. All you're going to go and do is press adjustment, add custom adjustment, and as you can see, it's going to be a layer. You're just going to drag this across all of the clips. And then you're just going to go and create your own adjustment. So I like to come down to the basic ones like brightness and stuff like this. I tend to turn the brightness down a little bit. Once again, this varies from video to video. I don't actually have a set amount that I do, but it ranges sort of anywhere between -5 and -10 really. I then turn the contrast up a little bit. Once again, around 5-ish is usually about right. Shadow will come down a bit. And yeah, that's basically it. Once again, you can play around with some of these yourself to find something that you think works well for your page and makes a cool brand for your page. One thing I've seen a lot of people do is turn down the saturation, so it's basically like black and white. I was actually doing this at the start of my page, however, I now changed it to more coloured videos. But yeah, go and play around with these and use it as a chance to help brand your page and make it stand out. Perfect. Now once you've done this adjustment layer and you've checked that it looks good in all of the clips, you don't want any clips to be too dark or any clips to be too bright. If you need to, say for example this clip is kind of brighter than some of the others, this video here, I could actually go in and I could adjust this clip by itself. So I just go into adjustment for this clip. It's still obviously going to have the auto adjustment as well, but I might just turn the brightness down by an extra couple, because I don't want the others to be this dark, but for this one it works quite well. So I'm actually going to go ahead and do that. Adjustment, turn this down by 5 just for this clip. So then this will basically be -5 add minus -6. So this will basically be on -11 rather than the others just being on -6, if that makes sense. So for step number 4, all we are going to be doing is adding either auto captions or a word like real. So for a lot of these videos that tend to do quite well, they just put a word, like it makes it really easy. You can literally have these videos edited within the space of 10 minutes if you're just doing real. And yeah, obviously if you go and get that clip pack, you're going to be able to have videos done very quickly. However, if you want to do auto captions, luckily Capcut does have a feature that can do this for us automatically. So there'll be captions on the video. If you are going to do this, what I would suggest is making it really small, as it helps to not get in the way, and also small text does tend to engage people a little bit more, as they have to actually look quite deeply to make sure that they're paying attention and stuff. And then also make sure if your text is only on one line. For this video is a pretty relatable video, so for that reason I'm actually just going to post this video with the caption or the word on it just real. I actually recently had a video on my page do quite well, posting it just under real rather than with captions, so I almost want to use this as an opportunity to test that out a little bit once again. However, I'm going to show you how to use the auto captions in case for some of your videos you want to use auto captions for yourself. So if you are going to use auto captions, once again in Capcut, you're just going to go over to text, you're going to go to auto captions, and you're going to press create. So as you can see, we have now got our captions in here. What you're then going to do is you're going to want to go and drag them to a point that works well for all of the clips. So you don't always want it smack bang in the middle of the screen, especially for this kind of niche, because if it was, for example here, it's a little bit on Alex Mosey's face. On this clip, it's not in a bad position. On this clip, once again, a little bit on Tim Grover's face, and here it's right in the middle of Chris Williams' face. We don't really want that. So what you're going to do is you're basically just going to have to find a happy middle. I think probably around here, just below Mosey's chin, just above his chest. Around here probably should be quite good for all of these clips. Yeah, pretty much works in a pretty decent position. Okay, then once you've done that, you're going to watch through and just make sure, once again, none of the captions are on 2 lines, and if they are, you'll just go and split them up. So I'll show you guys how to do that now. So as you can see here, and try and find something that a champion has. Basically, this is too long. We can't have it on 2 lines. It makes the video look a lot worse. It covers up more of the screen, and it's just kind of annoying. So what you're going to do is you're just going to go into captions here on the left, and you're basically going to use this to split it up and try and find something that is probably a good place to split it that a champion has. So now we'll go and listen to this and make sure it flows nicely.
Try and find something that champion has that they don't have.
There you go, it works perfectly. So this is flowing really nicely, as you can see.
He's like, they lack something.
Okay, so once again, we'll do it again. He's like, they lack something everyone else has. Once again, now everything's on one line again.
They lack something everyone else has.
Once again, this is so easy. It is very simple. These videos can be made extremely quickly. Okay, now step number 6 is to go and add in some music. Once again, you want to have fitting music that fits the vibe of the video. This is a really important part of getting a video to go viral and getting your page to do well and people to actually come back and follow you and stuff like this. You really need good fitting music. So I've gone through the sound pack and I basically just go and test out different sounds of the video. So for example, if I was in Google and I went over to here, the background sounds, I just go and use this and I test them while playing this video in the background so I can hear which ones work well, and then I'll put them into the editing software once I've found one that's done well. So once again, before starting recording this video, I already picked one out and I've picked out this audio here. Probably can't play it because of YouTube, don't want to get copyrighted, but yeah, I think it works quite well with this clip. And then basically all you're going to want to do is make sure this isn't louder than the people speaking, but you also don't want it to be too quiet. So you just got to listen out for yourself and find a sort of decent range, and yeah, that's all you've got to do for the audio really. And once again, at the end, you might want to fade it out, you might want to cut it up, whatever, but yeah, just basically make sure it's not too loud and make sure it's not too quiet. So I'm going to do that right now, and then I'll show you guys the settings that I've landed on for this exact audio. Okay, right, perfect. So I've landed on -11 decibels for this sound to make it sound about right throughout the whole video, and so it's not too loud at any points, not too quiet at any points. If you are on PC and you're using the app, you can press this button over here to basically go and get, I'm not even sure what this is called, but you can get up on the side, and you sort of want the audio levels to be in between -12 and 0 throughout the whole time of this video. You don't want it to be too loud or anything like that. But yeah, if you're on your phone, once again, like I say, I make most of these videos from my phone. Just make sure you're listening out and try and also base yours off of other TikTok videos. So maybe go over to TikTok and see if the sound is sort of similar and all of that stuff. That's how you can sort of do it from your phone, as you don't have access to this. So like I said, for this video, because I want to test something out and also because it's like a relatable video, I'm just going to use the words real. So basically I'm just going to press text instead of the auto captions. I'll do this and put real, and then you're just going to leave this in the middle of the screen. Once again, you want it to be not too big, and put it somewhere in the middle. I'll probably put it about here to be fair, and I want to make this a bit smaller, and then I'm also going to make it, no, I won't make it bold, and I'm going to add a bit of a stroke. I'll add a little bit of a stroke. I'm going to turn the thickness down, and I'm going to add some shadow, and we'll see how that looks. Let me put it in full screen so I can see. I think that looks pretty decent. So we'll just leave that in the middle of the screen. Got to drag it across the whole video. And yeah, that's pretty much that bit done. So nice and easy if you're going to use this strategy instead of auto captions. And the final thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add a quote at the end with my logo and stuff that sort of relates to the video. The reason I do this is because, one, it does help to add a bit of a personal touch to the video, which should hopefully help with increasing the amount of viewers to followers. And then it also, the main reason I do it is because it allows me to make money with the creativity program, because a lot of times with this type of content you might get kicked out for unoriginal content. However, if you put things like this at the end, I tend to find that I don't get kicked out anywhere near as often, or my videos don't get striked anywhere near as often, and I can also appeal those strikes and say I've added value to the video because I've added a quote at the end that relates to the video, something like that. So yeah, I just tend to do this for those reasons, but once again, even if you're not in the creativity program, it could be good to have at the start, as it just helps people relate to your page and your brand more. So I've gone and drag and drop my logo in here. I'll probably have it for, how long is that? Yeah, this is probably about right 5 seconds, maybe 6. We'll see how long of a quote I come up with in my head. But I'm just gonna drag it and drop it in here, and then opacity, I'll turn this down to about 25, so it's sort of just in the background, and then my quote will be over the top. Okay, so I usually come up with this edit myself, like the quotes and the text and stuff. I just put my own sort of opinions and ideas about the video. However, in this case, to make it more of a automated process for you guys, and to make it so you don't maybe have to think as much, to make it nice and simple. If you want to think of your own, great, go ahead and do that. If not, you can literally just go on Google and search up some quotes and then put it to the video. So I put quotes about winners, or quotes about champions, or quotes about determined individuals, something like this, and then you can just go and take some of these quotes and put it on. So for example, winners never quit and quitters never win. I could go ahead and now just go and press add text and put winners never quit and quitters never win. Something like this. Obviously then just go and resize it, or if that's going to be too small, put it something like this. And then yeah, that's basically it. Just going to drag it across now to the whole size as the logo, so it's there for the same length of time. I also tend to sort of fade the video out and fade it in. So now I'm just going to go and do these are last little touches with the editing process. And let's go animation out and then go fade out. And then we're going to go here, we're going to go animation in, fade in. And then I'm going to also fade this out, as I tend to fade out the logo as well, and the fade out usually is a bit longer. We'll do about 1 second, and then you're going to want to go and copy these so the text is the same and it fades in and out with the logo. So I'll just go and do that for the text really quickly. Okay, perfect, so I've done that for the text. Now the final few things I will sort of do is I usually tend to leave the music a little bit longer, so it's a bit of a black screen at the end. Tends to make it a little bit emotional or something. I don't really know why I do it, but I just do. And then I'm just going to go and fade out the music as well. So we'll fade out the music for, let's go 2 seconds. See what that sounds like. Okay, perfect, that works quite good. And that is basically the video done. I'll just go through and watch this again, make sure there's no mistakes if I've got the auto captions, make sure there's nothing extra I need to cut out, make sure there's no bits that are louder than others or quieter than others. Just basically go over and just proofread or proof check the video. However, apart from that, you're just basically going to go and export this. Obviously, if you're on your laptop, you will then want to send this over to your phone, as if you've watched one of my other videos where I cover some common mistakes as to why you're not going viral. If you post from your laptop or computer, it actually has a bad effect on your posts. So if you're gonna go and watch that video, I'll leave it linked somewhere up here for you guys to go and watch it after this one. To make sure that you're not doing any of those common mistakes that are the reason you're not going viral. However, before you go do click and watch that, make sure you stick around to the end, as I'm going to be showing you my exact upload settings with hashtags and things like this. So when it comes to export settings on Capcut, you're just going to go and press export. Very simple, 180p resolution and 30 FPS. There's no need to do more than this. This works for me, and also I don't even believe you can upload at higher than 180p on TikTok. So yeah, just leave it at 180p. And also, before people ask, because I know this video is a bit more based towards TikTok, you can post these on Instagram as well, and they will probably do quite well. However, if you are going to post on Instagram and you're making your content more related towards Instagram, then I would suggest using auto captions rather than real, because I have an Instagram for this page as well. It's doing alright, it's not doing great, but like I say, I make mine more for TikTok than I do for Instagram. But what I have found is especially with Instagram, doing something like just real tends to do a lot worse than if you have auto captions. If you're doing Instagram and you're focused on Instagram, make sure to use auto captions. It'll have a lot better of an effect on your page. Now, as for the upload settings, I like to draft my videos and post them myself rather than using a scheduler. Once again, I covered that in the common mistakes video, so definitely go and check that out after this one. However, I also like to draft my videos because I find that it tends to make sure that my videos don't post at lower quality. A lot of people ask me or say, oh, my video is posting at a lower quality than when I export it from the editing software. Why is that? A lot of the times it's because they try and upload it straight away, or they spam through and they don't give TikTok enough time to process it. If you draft it, let's say for 24 hours, then you're going to give TikTok more than enough time to process it, meaning that when you upload it, it should be the highest quality. However, with that being said, sometimes even for me, I'll post it, the quality will be quite bad, but then if I ask my friend to check it, they'll say the quality looks fine. So sometimes I feel like TikTok just make it look worse for you, probably to save some space on their servers or something. I don't know, I'm not a tech guy. But yeah, don't worry if your video quality is bad for yourself. Most of the time, as long as other people are seeing it okay, it's not going to be a difference between you going viral and not going viral. The next thing I will do when I upload my video is I will go and add a song on over the video. So obviously I've added my song inside of Capcut, inside the editing software. This then means I can go and upload any song inside of an app and turn the volume down to basically 0, or if I'm using 3 minutes of silence, I'll just leave it at whatever it is. The reason for this is because that TikTok tend to mute your videos, especially as you get bigger. In the beginning, you can probably get away with it, but as my page grew, a lot of my videos tend to get muted when I'm using sounds because of copyright restrictions or whatever it may be, which then obviously ruins the whole video and means I can't get views in it after they've muted it, because no one's going to watch a plain silence video of people just speaking, trying to lip read. So for that reason, I tend to add a sound over the top. Once again, if I find a particular sound, like if I wanted to go and find this particular sound and turn it down to 0, I can do that. However, sometimes I'm lazy and I just put the 3 minutes of silence on. That way I don't have to play around with the sound settings. But I'll put a screen record next to me showing you the whole process of me drafting the video, just to make sure that you guys don't miss out on anything. As for the caption, I'll tend to just put something to relate to the video. If you can, try and use the caption to push people to comment, things like this. But once again, the caption really doesn't matter. I've seen countless videos go viral with no caption. I've seen countless videos go viral with just the caption real. I've seen countless videos go viral with loads of words in the caption. It doesn't really matter too much. Once again, as for hashtags, it's not really a big thing. If they have any effect at all, it is a really minute effect. I've seen videos go viral without hashtags. I've seen videos go viral with hashtags. I tend to keep it nice and simple and just do a few common hashtags such as motivation, mindset, mentality, hope core, things like this. I would suggest go and look at bigger pages in your niche or pages that you look up to, and then trying to see what hashtags they're using, maybe a couple of few, and just relate some to the video. But once again, this is probably not going to be the difference between you going viral and not. So many people online try and make it out to be this is the difference, this is the reason you're not going viral. Trust me, 90% of it, probably more, is just how good your video is. And apart from that, that is pretty much it. I'll be back in a couple of days when I've got the results of how this video has performed and how much it's made me with the creativity program. Okay, right, so it's currently been 4 days since I posted the video that I made in this tutorial. It is currently on 13.1 thousand views. However, 4 days isn't really enough time to fully see if the video is going to do well. I've had a couple of videos that didn't really do that well for a week and they started to blow up. For example, this video here actually was similar to Alex Mosey one. It was doing okay at the start. It wasn't doing bad, but it wasn't doing amazing. It had around 10, 15, 20k in the first week, and then in the second week it started to blow up and actually get some views. So I'll actually leave this particular video that I made in this tutorial linked in the description, just in case you guys are curious and you want to check out how it's doing. So I'll leave that linked in the description, just purely because I would have liked to have given this video a bit more of a chance, maybe left it 2 weeks or something to see if the video does actually do anything. However, I do want to get this video out for you guys, so I gave it 4 days and that was it. Now, with that being said, there is some bad news in terms of the creativity program. I actually got kicked out of the program, and once again, it was a bit of a weird reason, but this time when I was in the program, the videos I posted before I rejoined the program, TikTok counted them as strikes. So when I got into the program, I already had a couple of strikes. However, what I can do is I can show you the analytics of this video of Sneeko, as this video was in the creativity program for, I believe, 2-3 days. So I can show you how much this video made me, just to show you guys an example of what sort of money there is available to be made with the creativity program. So I'll put up a screenshot of how much the Sneeko video did make me. At the time of taking the screenshot, it did have around 120,000 views, I believe, as obviously I got kicked out of the creativity program. Obviously I wasn't going to make money after that, but it did still make me roughly around £60 from 120,000 views, which isn't bad by any means, but it's not amazing. So that just goes to show you some of the money these pages can make you. This video had quite a good RPM as it had an American audience. So I'm going to show the insights now just to show you, because a lot of people seem to think that the RPM is based on the niche and stuff. It really isn't. It's mainly based on your audience. As you can see, my audience for this video was 89% USA, which is why the RPM was so good at around £1.15. Now with that being said, as obviously I made this video about the Alex Hormozi video, obviously I can't show you how much that made me due to me getting kicked out before I even posted this video. What I can show you is I can show you some of the other videos that have a similar amount of views. So for example, this one with 19k, I'll actually show you the analytics for this while it was in the creativity program. Once again, this won't be for the full 19k views because obviously once being kicked out, those views won't count. But just to show you an example of what this video would have roughly made me. Okay, so as you can see here on my dashboard now, this video actually made me £2.62. The RPM was 84 pence. I'm guessing that's roughly around the dollar. But once again, with that being said, people would expect that this video or the Alex Hormozi video, whatever, let's say it got 10k views, it will make you $10. However, that is not the case because of the qualified views. As you can see here on this video, it has 3.1 thousand qualified views. A qualified view is when somebody watches your video for 5 seconds or more. So obviously if you have 10,000 views, not all of those 10,000 are going to watch for 5 seconds or more, meaning that you won't get 10,000 qualified views, and from 10,000 views, you won't make $10. This is why a lot of people are being misled when people are saying things like if you get 1 million views, you'll make $1,000. It's not really the case because the RPM matters a lot for one, and then for two as well, qualified views matters a lot. And if you get 1 million views in a video, trust me, a lot of those are not going to be qualified views. That's just the way TikTok works and short form content works. People's attention spans are so bad, so a lot of people will just swipe straight off. So once again, just to give you guys an example, I'm going to pop up that Sneeko video again. Now, while I don't know for sure the exact amount of views this video did have at the time of the screenshot, I believe it was around 120,000 views. And as you can see, I got 53,000 qualified views out of that 100 to 120,000 views. So if you get 1 million views, it's probably likely that you're probably going to have around 500,000 qualified views. And obviously you guys can do the maths for how much that would make you depending on your RPM. Now, with that being said, the creativity program is honestly some really easy money. You just got to make sure you pick the right niche. I do have some videos on my channel that can help you do that, and I'm going to be bringing out some more content around the creativity program, as it is a really easy way to make money right now. You do have to be quite skilled though, and you do have to know the right things. So obviously I'm going to be helping you guys out with that when I'm bringing out new videos. So if that is something that you're going to be interested in and you want help making money with the creativity program and just social media in general, because with that being said, you don't just have to make money from the creativity program. There's so many ways to make money with these pages. Then make sure you subscribe to this channel, as you're going to like all of the videos that I have coming for you guys. Now, while it is quite annoying that literally the video before I posted the Alex Hormozi video did actually get me kicked out of the creativity program, I hope you guys appreciate me being honest and open and telling you I got kicked out, and also showing you the insights to show you how it actually does work. Because I do see a lot of people in my Discord server asking me questions, asking questions in the free chat, just asking questions in general, and they seem to be getting misled by other people online, giving them the wrong information and stuff like this. So I'm just trying to give you the right information and obviously back that up with proof that I know what I'm talking about. So I hope you guys appreciate that and find some value in it. With all that being said, I hope you did enjoy me showing the insights to the creativity program, how different things work and things like this. And I'm now going to pass you back over to my past self to finish off the video. Now, me creating this video is almost me shooting myself in the foot a little bit, as I do have a page in this niche. I do make money with this page in this niche, and obviously me creating this YouTube video is just going to basically create me more competition and also increase the quality of my competition. However, when I started this whole YouTube thing, part of my mission was to show everything and give as much value as possible without gatekeeping everything. I saw so many people giving not so good information or the wrong information, or just gatekeeping things because they wanted to keep their niche and their product and all of that stuff for themselves. Now, while that is probably the clever thing to do, I thought, hey, let me go in there and disrupt the whole thing and just show people exactly what I'm doing. Now, with all of that being said, if you guys do appreciate me showing the full process of making a page like this and how to make videos like this and basically shooting myself in the foot, it would be much appreciated if you could drop a like and subscribe to the channel, as it helps me out more than you can imagine. And you doing this does also help me achieve my goal of helping as many people as I can have success with making money online and growing social media pages. Now, if you don't want to see the whole process of me growing this exact page that I made this video for in this video, I actually have a whole series where I grew this page from scratch. That is correct. I grew this page with 70,000 followers for a YouTube series, and I documented the whole thing. So if you do want to go and see that, I'll leave a link up here to the playlist that has all of the videos from episode 1 where I had 0 followers. I show you the whole process of me growing it, how much money I made, the ups, the downs, all of it. So yeah, the playlist should be somewhere up here. Go and check it out if you haven't already seen it. There is some insane value in that series, and I'm sure you'll get a lot of entertainment and also a lot of value out of it. Apart from that, I hope you all did enjoy this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.